that we are going to be discussing all things thyroid health related. So if you are like many of the viewers who sent in questions here, like Lavon, and you have been dealing with challenges with regard to your thyroid health, and maybe you are trying to obtain or maintain a healthy thyroid, like Lavon here, and you might have been tested and you're told you're just fine, but you don't feel fine. This webinar, this class here on Facebook is just for you. When is the last time you have actually palpated your thyroid gland? And this is really critical because we want to evaluate what's going on in all aspects of the thyroid gland. So I wanted to show you the anatomy of your thyroid just so you see where it is. A lot of times people aren't even palpating the right area, and I'll show you where it is. It's going to be right in this space. So right in here, and then it's covering right through here, and it goes back up here. So it's in the shape of a butterfly. That's why a lot of times the thyroid cancer logo is a blue butterfly, but this is the space right in here. So when you're palpating, you want to kind of pinch, just kind of press down. Often you want to swallow because that will raise that gland. You can feel it, and you can feel if there's anything tender, rough. So that's important. And this is one of these things. Don't be afraid of your thyroid gland. It can be your best friend. It has the capacity. So don't hate it, love on it. And part of that is just like with our breasts. When you do a breast exam, do a thyroid exam. That's kind of my motto with a lot of my patients is we want to evaluate any changes, because this is something where a goiter or a nodule, which we'll talk about more, they pop up. We're not sure why, how long has it been there? We're not palpating. So we are completely disconnected. The core cause that a lot of people are not going to tell you about is from your viral exposure. And I want to talk a little bit more about that, because one of the things that we are not totally tuned into is if you've had any type of exposure to Epstein-Barr, more than likely you are going to have some sort of goiter. But we also see it from nutrient deficiencies. Imbalanced cortisol is big, and lymphatic congestion. As a lymphatic therapist, I'm all about moving the lymphatics of your neck, getting the toxins and getting waste products out of the body. The other thing too is if you have any metal in your mouth, there's going to be potential transfer and influence here on the thyroid gland. That's a big factor. And so sometimes our body will encapsulate toxins into little cysts, and sometimes we'll see cellular changes of the gland. It is critical as you continue to be more tuned into your thyroid, you're palpating, you feel those. And when you become more attuned and you have more tactile experiences with your thyroid, you're going to notice some of those changes. When they occur, do get them evaluated. It is very important that we rule out any cellular changes that could be not benign. But generally, these 80-90% are benign. I had a lot of questions. Like Eileen said, how it can be healed. Let's see, naturally the thyroid nodules and why they occur. So, I answered the why, but how? There are a lot of steps that you can take therapeutically. I am finalizing my Taming Your Thyroid. It's a module that I'll be putting together. So definitely do look for that in the future. I'm going to be giving everybody step-by-step guides and video content of how to employ certain tactics to work out nodules. But one of the most critical things is your diet. So nutrition becomes really, really important when we're looking at controlling and balancing a thyroid. Multi-minerals are some of the most important aspects at play. And a lot of times people have nutrient deficiencies. So definitely reevaluate if you're dealing with that, some of the reasons why you might be imbalanced. But at the end of the day, my hope for you today is to understand that there is a cure, possibility of a cure versus management. So instead of having to be reliant on medication, you can actually reverse a lot of your thyroid conditions. And I've seen it. I've seen it in my own life. I see it with my patients' lives, and it is totally possible. Is your thyroid gland giving you troubles? Have you been diagnosed with Hashimoto's or hypothyroidism or feel like something's not right and maybe you're in a subclinical category, I want to invite you to take part in my Taming Your Thyroid program. This is a comprehensive program that details topical, therapeutic techniques, tips, and resources you can implement immediately in your lives that will be amazing for overall healing and balancing. Through this program, you will rejuvenate and invigorate the lymphatic flow, the detoxification, and the circulation that your thyroid needs to heal goiters, nodules, cysts, and invigorate communication to other glands that are a part of the thyroid hormone production. The Taming Your Thyroid program also has bonus materials. You have access to all of my thyroid protocols that you can individualize for your specific needs. There are actionable step-by-step tutorials via video where you and I are going to go one-on-one into how to massage your thyroid and how to employ a detox process that is awesome in dissolving cysts, goiters, and nodules. I know personally because I've employed all of these tips, tactics, and techniques in my own life, as well as hundreds of my naturopathic patients, and I'm so excited to share this with you today. So make sure you register below and get into my Taming Your Thyroid class. Any updates, future changes, you will have lifetime access with this one single purchase. I'm so excited, friends. Thyroid healing awaits.